When you don't understand the causes of a problem, attempted solutions often don't work or can make things worse. Collectively, we are doing an excellent job of misdiagnosing a number of social ills because we don't like the solution. Build more housing. Here I'm going to make the bold claim that everything is housing, that a vast array of our social, economic, and climate ills are all related, and related to our failure to properly address housing policy. A large body of academic research has shown that levels of homelessness are strongly correlated with housing costs. This result holds consistent across a wide variety of regional housing markets. Oak Park and Illinois are no different. As rents and housing prices have exploded, the unhoused population in Oak Park is a growing concern. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development reported that the unhoused population in Illinois increased from about 20,000 to 26,000 just between 2023 and 2024 alone. A 2025 report found that Illinois has only 34 units for every 100 extremely low-income renter, leaving a gap of 300,000 units across Illinois as a whole. The solution? Build more housing. In Illinois, where you live strongly determines the quality of education because education is funded at an average level of 50% by local property taxes. The best quality schools are located in affluent areas with expensive homes and limited affordable rental stock. These high housing costs effectively deny low-income residents access to the highest quality education. This drives massive educational inequity in Illinois and has knock-on social impacts. The solution? Build more housing. When people can't find housing near jobs and city centers, they are pushed to move further out, resulting in longer commutes, more traffic, and higher greenhouse gas emissions. Chicago data shows that people who live in transit-rich, walkable city neighborhoods contribute far less in greenhouse gas emissions than those who live in car-dependent outer suburbs. The reasons are clear. In dense urban areas, people are more likely to walk, bike, take transit, and if they do take a car, they tend to have shorter trips. Further, the single-family home, the dominant form of housing in the far-flung suburbs, is by far the most climate-intensive form of housing. A study by the USEAI found that people who live in multi-family housing with 5 or more units use half the amount of energy of those who live in other forms of housing. The link is clear. Housing policy is climate policy. The solution? Build more housing. Housing policy has been used for centuries as a tool of segregation. We like to think that we've left that ugly legacy behind here in Oak Park, but single-family zoning continues to drive racial and economic segregation by preventing the building of new multifamily housing. Single-family zone neighborhoods have the most expensive housing stock and are populated mostly by affluent white families. This zoning policy excludes minorities from parts of Oak Park just about as effectively as the redlining of the past. The solution? Build more housing. We've struggled for decades to solve these issues. We've mostly failed because we don't understand how deeply housing impacts almost everything in our lives. For most people, housing is their single largest expense. It determines the quality of their education, their climate impact, and the racial and economic profile of their neighborhood. Everything is housing. Build more housing.